Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of January 10, 2025. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an Infantry Officer. Extensive military operations. The Russian armed forces conducted significant offensive operations, including 28 group strikes using high-precision weapons and attack drones, targeting Ukrainian military infrastructure such as airfields, weapons depots, and deployment points.
Welcome back to Frontline Updates. Today, we're joined once again by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye for an exclusive briefing on the latest developments in the ongoing special military operation. Colonel, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Colonel, let's start with a broad overview. What has been the focus of operations from January 4th to January 10th?
Over the past week, the armed forces of the Russian Federation conducted 28 group strikes using high-precision weapons and attack drones. These strikes targeted critical infrastructure, including military airfields, weapons depots, UAV storage sites, and temporary deployment points for Ukrainian forces and foreign mercenaries. Additionally, 91 Ukrainian servicemen surrendered at the contact line, highlighting the impact of our operations.
Let's dive into specific regions. Can you share the progress made by the North Group of Forces?
The North Group focused on destroying Ukrainian formations in the Kursk region. Airstrikes, drones, and artillery were used effectively against mechanized, tank, airborne assault, marine, and territorial defense brigades. Over 2,835 Ukrainian servicemen were neutralized, along with 30 tanks, 122 armored combat vehicles, and 30 field artillery guns. We also repelled 2 significant counterattacks in this sector.
That's extensive. How about the Kharkov direction?
In the Kharkov region, our forces defeated mechanized and motorized infantry brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces, as well as 2 territorial defense brigades. The enemy suffered heavy losses, including manpower and equipment, further solidifying our control in this area.
Reports indicate territorial gains. Can you elaborate on the settlements liberated this week?
In the West Group of Forces, the settlement of Nadia was liberated through decisive action. The Ukrainian armed forces suffered significant losses, including up to 3,530 troops, 28 armored combat vehicles, and 46 field artillery pieces. Additionally, in the Southern Group of Forces, the village of Kurakovo was liberated. Here, we defeated multiple Ukrainian brigades and neutralized 1,715 servicemen, 3 tanks, including a German-made Leopard, and numerous Western-supplied vehicles.
It seems progress is being made on multiple fronts. Were there additional advancements?
Yes, the Center Group of Forces advanced into enemy defenses, liberating Dachinskoye. In this area alone, Ukrainian losses exceeded 3,485 servicemen, 11 tanks, including 4 Leopards, and 34 field artillery pieces. Meanwhile, the East Group improved their frontline positions, thwarting 8 counterattacks and neutralizing over 1,120 servicemen.
How has the Russian Armed Forces air defense performed during these operations?
Our air defense systems have been highly effective. Over the past week, we intercepted 8 U.S.-made ATACMS missiles, 5 French-made Hammer guided bombs, 41 HIMARS rockets, and 689 drones. This demonstrates our ability to counter advanced threats and protect key assets.
Were there any notable engagements with Ukrainian aircraft?
Yes, our fighter aircraft successfully shot down a MiG-29 of the Ukrainian Air Force, further reducing their air capabilities.
What do the cumulative figures say about the overall impact of this operation?
Since the operation began, the armed forces of the Russian Federation have destroyed aircraft, helicopters, 39,896 UAVs, over 20,000 tanks, and armored combat vehicles, 20,385 field artillery pieces, and over 30,000 special military vehicles. These numbers underscore the scale and effectiveness of our efforts to neutralize the Ukrainian armed forces' capacity.
Let's turn to the Kursk region. which seems to be a hotspot. What's the current status there?
The Kursk region remains a key focus. Our forces defeated tank, mechanized, airborne, and territorial defense brigades in settlements such as Viktorovka, Zamostai, and Kositsa. In the past 24 hours alone, Ukrainian forces lost over 280 servicemen, 2 tanks, 4 infantry fighting vehicles, and 5 artillery pieces. Cumulatively, enemy losses in this region amount to over 50,600 servicemen, 296 tanks, 1,520 armored vehicles, and significant artillery and logistical resources.
In broader terms, what does this week's progress mean for the operation overall?
These advancements demonstrate our ability to maintain momentum and secure strategic objectives. The liberation of key territories, destruction of critical infrastructure, and reduction of enemy capabilities significantly tilt the operational balance in our favor. Moving forward, our focus remains on sustaining this progress and ensuring the security of our controlled areas.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. It's my duty to provide these updates and ensure the public understands the progress we are making. Israel's military intensifies incursions in the occupied West Bank as its war on Gaza kills more Palestinian civilians. Amnesty International condemns the U.S. House of Representatives for voting to impose sanctions on International Criminal Court officials for issuing war crimes arrest warrants for Israeli leaders.